Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa D'Amico, the curator of the Global Garden virtual art exhibit being hosted by the Cultural Alliance of Western Connecticut. And I have the wonderful pleasure of speaking today with artist Aviva Sakolsky. Hi, Aviva.
Hi, Lisa.
Aviva, your piece in the Global Garden is one of the few pieces that is really kind of portraiture, where a person is featured in it. And your painting, Open Your Eyes, um, has a lot to say. And I'm curious, I'd like to start with the figure in it. What's the inspiration behind that person?
I had been looking through a magazine and I saw a photograph of a woman that looked like that, and she looked very removed from reality and from real life. So as I was thinking about the piece, I thought that she could be a good illustration of how a lot of human beings are not reacting to what's going on in the world.
Your painting in this exhibit is very much challenging the viewer. So was that intentional or did that evolve as you worked on it?
What do you mean?
Well, this particular painting it's called Open Your Eyes, which has lots of different meanings to it.
Right.
And you've got this big statement in my eyes about pollution.
Yes.
And
Factory pollution, air pollution, water pollution, and even the ground in the foreground is cracked and dry and needing water. So even though it's right by water, it's still starved. There's nothing growing in it. And you could see the sludge coming into the river from the pipes, and all the smoke and smog and pollution coming up from the power plant in the background. So, and she's there with her eyes closed, with her hair coiffed and just not paying attention to anything that's going on around her.
Aviva, tell us about your technique in painting this. What was the process behind that?
Well, I usually sketch first when I'm doing a painting. So just sketch the not details, and because I use acrylic and I use a pre-stretched canvas. And I sketched it out first and thought about, the first thing I was really concerned with was what the sky was going to look like, because I wanted it to look smoggy as opposed to foggy, because fog can be nice, but I wanted it to look like pollution. So I really thought a lot about the clouds, the smoke rather, coming up from the factory chimneys. And I practiced a little bit on some spare paper just to get, an idea of how I wanted the shading of it to look and the background of the sky. And I kept it very gray because I didn't want it to look like a nice, beautiful sunny day. The smoke was obscuring, if there was sun out, obscuring the light, obscuring the beauty and the brightness of a blue sky.
Yeah, I'm so glad I selected your piece for this exhibit, because it just confronts every viewer who sees it. There's no way of avoiding what it's trying to say to you. And I really appreciate your boldness in addition to your artistic ability. It's a wonderful piece in the show, and I'm so glad that it's in it. And I recommend that everyone go to cawct.org and see Aviva's piece, Open Your Eyes. And thank you so much, Aviva.
Thank you, Lisa.